where you at that's where you're from. Whether you're from there, you're claiming it, or you're not. Because if you're walking down the street and somebody coming to do a drive-by, they're not going to ask questions. If you over there, wherever you at, that's where you're from. The bottom line, every blue moon, you'll get somebody to ask you, you know, but that's rare. But I can understand it because people are going to point you out, identify you for shooting, so people just roll up and shoot nowadays. My name is Pooh, number one, because there's several Poohs, but I'm one of them. Some people call me Hood Rich, some people call me Active, some people call me Unc. Now they got a new name, they call me Grandpa. When I was a straight A student, it didn't involve, I wasn't in the streets really. When I went to Walton, I mean, we was all cool. I forgot what year, probably my last year, we started beefing with the Nutty Blocks. I don't know what year it was, but my last year there. And that's when it became a problem.
So by that time, you're already claiming Acacia Blocc.
Well, yes, I was a claimer, grew up over there and just, you know, just claimed the gang and things like that. My last year in middle school at Walton, I remember it was summertime. One of my homies got killed. Big G Ray got killed on Caldwell and Wilmington. And you always, in the gang world, you always blame where a person got found at. But actually, that's still our hood. That's the borderline. Because across the street is Nutty Blocc. And we blame Nutty Blocc for doing it in this summertime. So when I went back to school, it was going to be a problem eventually, which it was a problem. You know, that stay hood, that stay school, and they approached us, and I can't remember what exactly happened, but I started carrying a gun to school. Then after school, we started getting chased down Greenleaf, me and a few other people, Jap from Acacia, and Popeye, I think he Fruittown now, or Treetop Pyru, he's a Mexican, and they used to chase us. And it got to the point where we couldn't go there no more. 95, 96 was real active. They put up a curfew for the gang members. You couldn't be outside at a certain time. You had to have a good reason. You're going to jail for just hanging out or just being out, because they feel if they take you to jail, that's one person off of the street doing the killing or getting killed. I had police tell me personally, like, man, keep your homies in line. Don't shoot this holiday, like a big holiday like Memorial Day or something like that. Like a lot of shooting happen on them holidays. And they come tell me, man, I'm going on vacation. I don't want to have to come back off my Hawaii trip. Keep your homies in line. Try not to hang out, this and that. So I don't know if they was lying or not, but that's what they told me. Like they would have to come back if somebody get killed.
What did you go to juvenile hall for?
I went for shooting out a window with a BB gun, and tell you the truth, I didn't even do it. I was in the driveway doing my homework in like a little alley. I was on home study, and we should have BB gun fights. I had a rifle in the trunk, but I told the homies, you know, I'm doing my homework. So one of the homies wanted to use my BB gun. So this is why I'm thinking how they got my plate. I went in the trunk and I gave it to them. They doing whatever they doing, I'm doing my homework. So I leave, I don't know why, but I leave. I see an enemy. A CD70, I see Boxer, he's dead now. I chase him. He run into this house, so I don't have a gun. So I'm going back to get a gun, a real gun. So I see the homie with my BB gun, he give it to me like he just shot a window out. I don't care, give me my gun, I'm trying to catch somebody slipping. I put my BB gun back in the trunk. I drive off, I go to one of my homies' sleep house. I get a .38 revolver. I go back to where I chased the dude at, his car was gone. Now, the people then called the police about me shooting a window out with the BB gun, which was not me. The gang detectives get behind me, Blondie and Lad. So I tell a homie, I can't remember who was in the passenger seat. I want to say Flim. I'm driving. He said, what do you want to do with the gun? I said, put it under the seat. We have .38 revolver, BB gun in the trunk. So they get on us, pull us over, Blondie and Lad. They the gang detectives. So I jump out. They like, well, what's going on? So they tell me, where's my BB gun at? I'm like, BB gun? First I'm playing dumb with them, even though it's in the trunk. And they was like, yeah, man, they said you shot out a window. So Lad is on the passenger side. I guess he's trying to take my door panel off now. I got a real .38 under the seat. So I'm like, oh, the BB gun is in the trunk, man. Let me get it for you. because I don't want him to search the car. So I give him the BB gun. So like somebody said, I shot the window out, and they showed me a paper. This your license plate. And I look, yeah, that's my license plate. I'm like, damn. So I don't want to argue with him, but he's still by the passenger side, but he kind of relaxed that they got the BB gun. So I'm like, whatever, man. They said I did, just take me, do what you gonna do. So they take me to jail. But I don't mind going for shooting this window out and find that real gun in the car. So they take me or whatever. As a minor, they let me go, but I still have a court date. And my court date came up, and I was late because all the CV70s was on the corner. I couldn't get out the house. So I was late, and when I finally made it to court, they locked me up for being late. And then I started going to court from in jail. And the people got on, so I told them, I looked at the paperwork, it was only $100. I was selling dope, weed at the time. I give y'all $100 for y'all window. But they got on the stand. They said I pointed the gun at their son window and just shot the window out.
The CV70s got on the stand?
No, some regular people.
Okay.
But I really didn't do it. But I'm thinking that they saw me give my boy the gun. I wasn't even there when it happened. And they wrote down my license plate, I guess, from that, because I wasn't there. I really wasn't there. So the judge ended up I did 2 months fighting it in Los Padrinos and Seymour and all that. And they gave me a 6-month program boot camp. So altogether, I did 8 months for shooting a window out that I didn't even do. So I went, my tattoos is old, so I crossed the judge's name out.
You tatted the judge's name
Yeah.
on you and crossed it out?
Because I was mad. I really didn't do it, but it's the street life. And I try to have my homeboy come in here, man. They ain't finna do shit to you like they talking about sending me to camp. He was scared to come to court. He had no record. At the time, I didn't really have a record either, but they sent my ass.
How did the beef between CV70 and not just your hood, but a few other Crip hoods even start?
Well, ours started, we was always having fights with them. We in the same neighborhood. Damn near every SA gang that's in the black gang neighborhood shares it, basically. And eventually, they're going to end up going at it. We was going at it behind money. It was always fights. A couple of them started getting killed. We was dropping it down. And, I mean, they wasn't really tripping, and it just went there. One day, one got killed, and I guess they probably wasn't having it. That's when they killed my brother, and that's when it was just war after that. The guy, Wino, that got accused of doing it, he got life. The driver who picked him up and did all that, all of them is dead already. And actually, I got picked up for that too. And like as time go by, like I think about my brothers every day. It's hard, but you know, I have a family now. I have to let it go. I think about my brothers every day. All of us get buried. Like, that's not my only brother that got buried at the same spot. I ride by that spot, the church, actually, every day. I rode by it this morning. I give it up for them. Rest in peace, Wade. I love y'all. Every day I ride by there. If I go get my kids or dropping my kids off or taking my kids, I ride by there. When I leave here, I'm going to ride by there. Like, that's just the route I take. And all of them got buried at the same church. So it's not a day go by. I named my kids after my brothers and everything. So I think of that, it's just there. The youngsters don't really know, like it's a whole couple generations right now. They just join the gang and just beef. They don't really know like too much of that. All they know, they joined the gang, we beef with them, we beef with them. More like I can speak for myself. If I was to see them, like it's nobody that's a threat to me from over there, from CV7, none of them. And the last threat, I wouldn't say he was a threat to me, but the last person that I know that will do something that I would have to do something to, the police killed him maybe 1 year ago. You probably seen it on the news in the Cadillac. He shot the girl when she walked up to the car. Yeah, they killed him, but he was running around there, but he was on his last leg. He just didn't know it.
While you were growing up in your 20s, you eventually get arrested and go to the county jail for the first time. Prior to that, you were doing juvenile time in Mendenhall. What was that like going to the county? How old were you and what did you go for the first time?
First time I was actually 18. I went for some PCP that the police put on me. Pac-Man, his fat ass put PCP on me because he never could catch me because I run. So we was hanging out. We was in Spooktown, the east side. We was on Caldwell. And I sold out. My car was in the impound. I was just turned 18. My car was in the impound. And I went and got the money to get it out, and I was hustling. I sold all my PCP. And somebody else's PCP was over there by mine. And I seen somebody go over there to take a piss, but I'm not watching while they take a piss, but the PCP came up missing. So I told my boy from the east side, his name was Sprung, I say, Sprung, one of your homeboys was over there, like from the east side. I'm from the west, from the east side. So we got into it or whatever, and all of us arguing or whatever. So somebody put up, one of the older homies, I can't remember who, and gave us like this much PCP. But they gave it to him because the other dude, he stole it. So we used to use ginseng bottles in a dark brown. So to see the water in it, you got to put it to the sun like this. So he's shaking it, everybody looking up to see how much he gave him, but everybody looking up, including me, and I look down and the police is like right there, and we shaking the bottle like that. Well, I never touched it. So I'm like, fuck, the police right here. So what you want me to do? Run. So he run on the side of the house. So one police lay us down, like 5 of us. He runs, so I'm thinking he poured it out, bust the bottle through it, did anything. So they go in the back, they catch him in the wash house. Pac-Man catch him in the wash house. So they search him. So they find it, they bring out their little yellow envelope bag and put the PCP in there. They come handcuff me. So what the fuck you handcuffing me for? And they handcuff him and they say, I gave it to him and told him to run. So they sent me to the county. I'm like, I got this beat. Like, I never touched it, no fingerprints, no nothing. I ain't knowing you got to sit through the trials and the court dates. So they offered me 90 days. At the time, on 90, you're doing 7 days in the county. I don't know nothing about it first time. I'm not taking no 90 days. They mixed our clothes up. My fingerprints ain't on it. I'm fighting it. He on parole. Me, I have no record. So we going to court arguing all the time. He telling me, take it, you ain't got no record. Fuck you, I'm not taking nothing. My record gonna stay clean. If I go to jail, it's gonna be something for me. You knew the consequences when you was selling this shit. It ain't mine. So they offered me a drug program. So I said, drug program, and I get out today? They say, yeah, well, guilty. So I took the deal. So now I told him, I come to court for you, and I say it's mine. Once you plead guilty, you saying it's yours. So he subpoenaed me to court. I went to court. I got on the stand. I said he had nothing to do with it. It was mine. So he got 4 months out the deal, a violation, basically. And I got a 6 months drug program.
And what was the whole feeling about this guy, this cop basically saying something that absolutely was untrue?
That's why I don't like the police. I really don't. Because they just, you're supposed to trust them, and they mad because they can't catch you or do something. They can't catch you in the act, so they put stuff on you.
Thanks for watching StreetGangs.com. Please like and share the video you just watched and leave a comment below to tell us what you think. You can also watch 2 of our previous episodes to the right. Please visit the link to our Patreon page and support our campaign. And don't forget to subscribe.